I think the captain is looking for another breakthrough here.
It's time they had a breakthrough, because we can find that both the batsmen are quickly settling down, especially Sagar is in full flow.
Yes, a half-hearted attempt there. Rais understanding. I think he misjudged the length a little bit. He was coming a little bit higher than he anticipated, Rais, on that occasion. But he knows that he can take time to settle. Sagir has already taken 7 districts to a very good start. 37 for 1. Oh, that's a bad ball and is punished. 4 runs.
That deserved to be hit, and that was hit. Look at that.
Yeah, too short and on the pads of Rais, and he's not going to miss out that opportunity. Mind you, he's not going for the big hits. Rais does know the field setup at the back of his head. Just utilized that poor delivery and guided it towards a boundary for 4.
Rais has started off with a very good boundary, and this time was a comfortable boundary for him.
Oh, that's missing leg.
An appeal with hope.
It's almost as if his front foot got stuck there. Did not move across the wicket at all. You can see that that foot movement is something that he would want to work through.
His pad seems to be as powerful as his bat, because the ball really went till the cover.
Down the ground, miscued opportunity, but lands safely. 2 runs taken.
That's a lucky shot. Good that fielder was in there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to create room for himself, tried to hit it over that cover fielder towards the extra cover area for a possible boundary, but did not get his timing right.
Looks like last time he checked his shot.
Yeah. Oh, well glanced this, but they will only get 1. Oh, that's just class. Had he got the timing right on that, could have raced towards that deep mid-wicket boundary for 4 runs, but did not time as sweetly as he would have wanted it to be.
Sagir has been stuck in 28 for some time, considering the pace with which he was batting.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh.
It must be a no. Wide.
I think a good attempt from the keeper there. Slowed down the ball. Could have well gone to that boundary. I think the change of gloves worked. Maybe I was wrong.
Could be, but the movement is so much that it is putting extra pressure on him.
Yes, I think they have also, if you look at Sona Gold and Daimonds, all their bowlers towards the right-handed batsmen, all in-swingers. They have a factory of in-swingers. And I think the batsmen, they're getting a bit used to the conditions. Yeah, attempted Yorker, but not getting through. That's the end of 5 overs. The score is 46 for 1.
Always good to have a 50 runs opening partnership. Nearing that mark, it adds to the confidence of the team, the confidence of the batsmen to follow. The base is being set.
Yes, Shamim is the new bowler for Sona Gold and Daimonds. Shamim, who was one of the highest scorer for Sona Gold and Diamonds for their first match. Will be taking on the bowling attack this time. So they do have cover on the leg side. Again, a deep third man. They have a deep mid-wicket. Someone at square leg, short fine leg, mid-on. They have good cover on the leg side. Lofted regardless. And lofted well. Went a mile high. Lot of elevation in that shot. Stayed in the air for a long time. And one bounce towards the boundary for 4 runs.
And that brings the 50 partnership. And Sagar on 32. And that's a shot which he loves to play, but would have loved to have that ball cross the boundary.
I was on his slot, no doubt. You pitch it there, he's going to hammer you. Yes, lofted again. The fielder just spectates there. 6 runs this time.
This time he positioned himself so well, prepared himself for that shot, better than the earlier one, and the result is a good 6.
I think that's why they kept the keeper towards the wicket, so that Sagir does not come down the track and take on the bowler. But with the keeper behind, Sagir's got that little bit more confidence to take on the bowler. He's getting to the pitch of the ball quite well, and his placement this time on point.
The players in the dugout are happy.
Slow bouncer. Yeah, I think this is what this is what Sona Gold and Diamonds need to do. They need to keep the batsmen guessing, do some variation. The stock in-swingers have not worked so far. It has worked maybe in the first over, but every time it was pitched up, the batsman, both Sagir and Raiz as well, has dispatched to the boundary.
But one thing is very sure, you pitch it up to Sagir, it will be out of the ground.
This was a bit too slow. Cut and cut well. 4 more runs to his name for Sagir.
That was shot, asking to be hit, and he hit it.
It's almost as if he was waiting for an eternity there. Waited and waited and waited. That could have well worked if this delivery was a bit more pitched up. Maybe a chance of that odd top edge that you get, and a catch goes towards the short third man or the gully region. But too much time for the batsman to adjust. That to Sagir, who is well set, who's looking very confident now. You got to be really careful on how you pitch the ball.
Strongly driven, but may well fielded at point. Shamim is a bit confused whether you want to bowl short or pitch it up. But pitch it up can be dangerous, but too short can result in the aggressive Sagar going for his shot.
Yes, and if you bowl into his slot, he's going to punish you. You only have one cover, and that is the deep mid-wicket. Of course, they have long off as well.
That's a much better delivery, and they go for a single.
So, after the end of 6 overs, the score is 61 for 1. There it is, the highlights. It's been all in swing from Sona Gold and Diamonds. That's where their first wicket fell for 7 innings. Covered right by Raiz. Almost missing out there. Some of those stalks up in the air. Penetrating the fielders. The telecast that came not well, so far it has been a Sagir show. He has scored 80% of the runs for Team 7 Districts, looking in absolute fine touch. I think the dugout must be pleased with the way 7 Districts have played their power play.
Yes, they're a happy lot there. And with Rice now playing second fiddle and Sagar in full flow, they should be happy.
Yes, spin being introduced first time in the innings. Sona Gold and Daimonds, they realize that if they don't break this partnership soon, they are headed for trouble, because if Sagir stays there for another 4 to 6 overs, they will definitely look for getting the total score in excess of 170, which, mind you, in this track is definitely a good score for the first innings.
And here we see a left arm spin being introduced. Let's see whether it will make any difference.
Low dipping full toss, cut and cut well. This could go to the boundary, and there it does. Johan greeted by Sagir with a boundary.
Sagir is now smelling distance from his half century.
I think it was all over the place, this delivery. The bowler bowled bad. The batsman did not get it where he wanted. Regardless, it's the result that matters, and the result is favoring 7 Districts right now. 65 for 1, 6 overs. Great start.
That he gave him the room to play to deep cars, and they just get a single. He moves to 48.
Yes, flighted well, which I think is not a bad approach against Sagir. If he can manage to get Sagir to mistime it a little bit, they have long off, they have long on. There you go. That's that shot that I was talking about. Not easy to get them away. And I think Johan has come back well here after that first delivery.
He's finding it a bit difficult to hold the ball. You saw him wiping the ball.
Oh, brave bowling this, I must say.
This was a good delivery, see? And he would have been in trouble.
I think it's skidding quite a bit. This one did not turn at all. So this is something Sagir would need to be thinking at the, there it is, the lofted shot. No, falling shot. Just a single taken on that occasion.
That takes him to 49. I thought it would have crossed the boundary. He could have got his half century. Well fielded.
I think Johan's done well so far, asking the question. There it is, another lofted shot. Opportunity will sail away to the boundary. 6 runs. I thought it was mistimed, but he has cleared the boundary and cleared the boundary quite well.
He seems to be a powerful man. Good shot. And he has not been getting enough balls to face. And that it must have added to his confidence, getting that 6.
Well, if you had asked Haider Ali before the match, after the end of 7 overs, what would the scorecard be? How would he want it? This would be the exact scorecard that he would have wanted it to be for 7 Districts. 74 for 1. The run rate in excess of 10 runs per over, 7 overs bowled. I think this is a dream start.
Undoubtedly.
Siddiq to continue. The right arm slow bowler, I would call him, who did quite well in the first match that he played. Was one of the very few bowlers from Sona Gold who made a difference to their bowling attack in their first match. Flighted, missing out. So, in the comm box, I now have Nishant. Welcome, Nishant.
Thank you very much. Well, it's been a pretty good start for 7 Districts. As they're high on confidence after the way they won that previous game.
Cut, and there's his 50. Well-deserved 50 for Sagir. 50 of just 31 deliveries. 7 districts moves to 75 for 1 and just 7.3 overs. So Nishant, you were talking about the pitch a while earlier. This is pitch number 2. It's great batting conditions. In fact, when the first over was bowled, I was a bit surprised. The way the movement came off the bowlers, it almost looked like it would have been a difficult scenario for the team batting first, but it was just fireworks from the batsman after that.
Yes, these pitches have really helped teams batting first. And I've always been surprised whenever a team has elected to bowl, really. I just get a feeling that sometimes they give too much importance to due.
And also to history. Maybe thinking of the previous match, trying to replicate something like that. So, Nishan, what would be the difference between the pitch that was played yesterday against the Stallions versus the pitch that is being played today?
I don't think there's hardly any difference. These pitches, they look very similar. They behave in a similar manner, and that's exactly what I said at the pitch report today as well.
Opportunity and taken. Reis falls into the trap of Siddiq. Second wicket goes down for 7 district.
Yes, Reis batted at number 10 in the previous game, batting at number 3 tonight. Went for the big shot there. Didn't get clean connection on that one. And that will be the end of him. He departs for 20 of 12. 77 for 2 is the score.
Yes, the second wicket falls for 7 districts. Reis, who looked promising, falls into the trap of Siddiq. Trying to loft that over long on, but missing out on the timing. Still valuable 20 runs of 12 deliveries. And now the next batsman for 7 districts is Farman, who will be joining the well-set Sagir as his partner.
Farman comes in. He will definitely want to get going.
Yes, Johan back into the attack. Although he gave away 13 runs of the first over, I think he bowled quite well. Barring that first delivery, he looks promising. If he can able to pitch it in the right area. Oh, that's too wide.
It's too far down the leg side there.
I think the fact that Sagir keeps moving in the crease is unsettling Johan a little bit. He needs to adjust to that. Pitched up and hit well, regardless, just a single. That misfield, and Farman and Sagir take advantage of it. They convert that single into 2 runs.
Sagir on strike, 53 of 33.
I think he needs to change his approach a bit. He needs to just play the 1s and 2s, try to build the innings, get to that 130 run mark or 140 run mark within 15 overs, and then try to accelerate the score. But no, he has other plans, and he's gone. That's the end of Sagir. I was just telling you, Nishant, Johan has promise. And this time, he's bowled the perfect delivery to get the well-set batsman Sagir out.
The simplest of catches in the deep there. Johan is delighted. Another wicket goes down. That is the end of the set. Batsman here. Johan, expensive first over, but good recovery. Sagir departs for 53 of 34, 80 for the loss of 3 wickets.
So 2 wickets falling in quick succession for 7 Districts, who was otherwise looking quite set in this match. 2 new batsmen on crease, and one of the things I think that Sona Gold and Daimonds will be looking forward to is to put pressure on these 2, try to put brakes on the scoring rate, try to get that run rate of theirs, which is about 9.6 to that 7-run mark.
So 2 batsmen in the middle, both batting on not.
That's very bold of him to be bowling from that angle there. Lofted off the very first delivery, 6 runs. Almost looked like an opportunity for a catch, and wicket number 4 for 7 Districts, but it seems that the fielder at long off was way too away from the boundary circle there.
It's just a little forward there. It went over him.
Yes, and there's no advantage there. Even if he was staying like 10 steps ahead, a single, if it comes that way, is anyway going to be a single. They're not going to be able to stop that. The only reason you would want to stay that far ahead would be if you want to get a catch out of a miscued delivery. In fact, had he been at the boundary line, I think that was a great opportunity for them to get wicket number 4.
Yes, sometimes it becomes a little tricky as to where you want to stand. Another single taken.
Yes, Abdul has come with a plan. Go aggressive from ball 1. Try to keep the pressure back on the bowling and on the fielding side. I think what they would want to do is to create a partnership here. The next 5 to 6 runs, even if they take 35 runs or so, that would be about 140 runs for the team, and then try to accelerate there. Sorry, 120 runs for the team, and then try to accelerate in the last 5 overs. They might be able to push the score to 165, 170, which I believe is a great total here.
Yes, they'll first have to build a partnership now. 9 overs bowled, it's 87 for 3.
Siddiq, the spearhead for Sona Gold and Daimonds, is back into the attack. 1 over, just 3 runs given, 1 wicket taken. And I think Abdul needs to be a bit careful here. Mind you, Siddiq is a very tempting bowler to go after, but to get the timing right is not that easy. Just one of those bowlers that can bowl his length and line correct even with his eyes closed, Siddiq.
Yes, Siddiq was very uncanny in the way he bowled and picked up wickets. In the previous game, he was absolutely spot on.
Yes.
Driven down the ground this time.
Farman gets his opening runs. I think it's important for Seven Districts to not get carried away here. They have the field set up perfectly placed for Siddiq and the way he bowls. Abdul doing the right thing. Almost looked like there was no run there, but converted it somehow.
Another tidy over this from Siddiq.
Yes, just the 3 runs of the first 3 balls. It's almost as if it's difficult to read him. It's not that simple. He's a slow bowler, an extremely slow bowler, but somehow in some of the deliveries that he bowls, after pitching, it skids quite a bit. Yeah, there's that temptation that he provides. And mind you, I think Farman was a bit lucky there, because had he connected that well, they have good cover in long off and long on.
Yes, I think what he was really thinking was probably to hit down the ground between the 2 fielders. That'll be a wide.
Yes, missing out his line there. I think Abdul is in no hurry. The way he's stanced, he's not looking for those big shots. Just wants to play the ball around and get the runs, or rather the scoreboard ticking. Regardless, 10 overs are now completed. The score for Seven Districts is now 92 for 3. So 10 overs gone, 92 for 3. Johan continues. It's been a bit expensive so far, but took that crucial wicket of Sagir.
Yeah, that was the all-important wicket.
And you can see that instantly that their run rate, which was going at 10.5 or 10.6 per over, has now shifted to 9.2. Lofted shot and just a single taken.
Brings Farman back on strike here. Comes down the track, takes it on the full. Single taken.
Yeah, Farman's playing big shots for small runs right now, or rather so far. Hasn't really gotten to the middle of his bat, or rather gotten his timing or placement that accurate as he would have wanted it to be. Abdul, on the other hand, greeted the bowler with a 6 of the very first delivery. Yeah, another miss hit.
They're getting these singles at this point in time. Just trying to focus on that.
I think the singles are coming as a byproduct, Nishant, because it seems that they're going for the big shots. They're not able to clear the boundary. It's converting into singles regardless. Yeah, I may have spoken I spoke correctly. I would say that's another wicket. Farman this time never looked comfortable on crease, trying to take on Johan, but finding the fielder at long on. Another wicket goes for 7 Districts.
Yes, Farman looking to go for the big shot. Not quite timing it off the toe end of the bat. And simplest of catches taken by the fielder at long on. He departs for 4 of 7. 7 Districts, 96 for 4.
There you go. 4 wickets down, 96 runs on board, 10.5 overs. Lahiru comes on as the batsman for 7 Districts. And this, Nishant, could be a deja vu of what happened yesterday if 7 Districts are not too careful. They start to try and be over-ambitious. They might lose track of their objective here.
Yes, they'll have to keep things in mind. We have seen teams plummeting from situations and good situations at that. 11 overs bowled, it's 98 for 4.
So Siddiq is back into the attack. Lofted shot. Falling short of the fielder. Just a single taken. So yes, Nishant, we were just talking about the situations that most of the teams, in fact, I've seen many matches, and it's just 9 matches played so far. It's between over number 8 and 15 where some of the teams are really losing momentum. They're losing too many wickets. They're not able to gain that score ticking, trying to go for too many big shots in the beginning and losing out. We saw that of Kolata Chocolates in that first match as well, where they were going very strong, 147 for 5 they were, and they were all out in the end at 168 in just 19 overs, or 163, I can't remember exactly. And that made a difference because they lost a very close match there.
Yes, that is what I was trying to say, that we've seen the teams have plummeted from positions of control in this tournament. You feel that they have everything in their bag, but then all of a sudden, few phases of the game which don't go their way, couple of poor overs, couple of bad shots, and there you are. Again, hit uppishly, and that has gone the distance.
Yes, indeed. Abdul connecting well there. Much needed boundary, I would say, for 7 Districts to find that momentum back on their side. Sensing that opportunity, taking on Siddiq, honestly, that's a very bold move. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Siddiq, who has bowled probably one of the most accurate lengths of Sona Golden Diamonds, but Abdul, what a shot.
Appeal for a leg before, but I think that is going down the leg side.
Yeah, undoubtedly. It was so slow that Abdul could not find himself to ease into that shot. He's trying to just glance it down to that mid-wicket area. probably trying to convert 1 into 2 with that soft touch. Trying to replicate the shot he played earlier, missing out. I think the field setup is very smart here. And the way Siddiq is bowling, he's got long on, deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Some attempts did not go his way so far. Regardless, good over to end. At the end of 12 overs, the scores are 106 for 4.
Johan into his final over then. Goes for the big shot. Lairu Sundarwan doesn't time it well. Will just be a single.
Yeah, the shot and the bat position was such that even the cameraman thought that went it up in the air, but mistimed completely. And another single to 7 districts. I think they have to be a bit careful here. These are the bowlers that have taken wickets so far. Lofted shot. This could well go the distance. 6 runs more.
Excellent strike there. He got it in the slot and picked it up from outside the off stump. Hit it straight down the ground for a 6. Lovely strike.
Yes, I think too much time given as well. It was a bit too slow, bit too full, bit too much in the arc of Abdul. Mind you, he has dispatched every such delivery to the boundary. And Johan missing out his length a little bit. Great shot. In fact, I think that's another ball lost. Johan still has 4 deliveries to his spell. He will be looking to finish well, and I somehow sense he has the opportunity to take another wicket here.
Nicely played this time for just a single. Oh, they will look for the second, not quite. The wicket keeper. Oh, they almost reached there at short mid-wicket.
Yeah, they don't have cover there, so a misfield from the bowler for the throw-in might as well result in another single or even even 2 runs taken.
Sundarwan this time looking to go for the big shot. Was eyeing the short boundary there. Getting hit on the body.
Yeah, he hasn't really connected so far that well. Lahiru. This one has answered no question because it's taken another wicket, falls, and I was just telling you, Nishant, he has it in him to take another wicket, and he's done it for his team.
That was a very good strike indeed. Good strike for Johan, that is, picking up his 3rd wicket. Lairu will be disappointed. Just threw it away on that occasion. Went too far high. Not enough distance. Departs for 4 of 6. 5 down now. 7 districts.
There you go. 5 wickets down, 114 runs for Team 7 Districts. Johan, 3 wickets to his name. And ending well. Oh, that's another misfield, another run stolen. End of 13 overs, the score is 116 for 5.
So Siddiq to bowl his final over. Abdul will be on strike. Clubbed across the line. There is a fielder there. It will just be a single. And Azhar takes a break. Joining alongside me is Mr. K.R. Nair.
Thank you, Nishant. When I left from the first session, Sevens were in a commanding position, and come back, I see 5 wickets down. So, that's cricket. And yesterday also we saw, after a good start, 50 runs partnership, a team got all out for 101. So the momentum is very, very important.
Yes, absolutely. They just have to keep up the good work. That is the idea here. That's watchfully defended by Abdul.
Siddiq bowls a good line. He appeals for a leg before, but definitely far outside the leg and given a leg by.
Couple of deliveries remaining in this over. Excellent spell from Siddiq again. Today he has picked up just 1 wicket but has conceded only 18. Wanted a single, sent back, shy at the non-strikers end, direct hit. They will pick up the run of the overthrows.
Siddiq is confident that he got him out. Let's see the replay, because it was a direct hit. No, he did make it. .120 for 5. And that's played to mid-wicket. Wanted a single. And that's the end of the over. 120 for 5 in 14 overs. Very impressive show from Sona, Golden Diamonds, because from 77 for 1, they have picked some quick wickets, 120 for 5.
They've not allowed them to score freely. As we see Amir being brought back into the attack, went for 9 runs in his solitary over.
A total of 180 should be possible, and anything more will be a bonus.
I think they'll need a partnership. They'll need Shahzad to play a good hand if they want to get to 180. Down the leg side. There was an appeal there, but can't be given. And overthrows. They'll come back for 2.
It's a sheer waste of a run. Giving away singles sometimes in low-scoring matches can be tricky. We saw today what happened to Pakistan. Every run matters. And that was a brilliant delivery. Amir deserves to be happy. Look at that. He came out to hit, missed it totally. And his ball was on target. Hit the leg and middle. The bails flew as Shahzad Ali walks back. Bowled by Amir for 6.
Yes, he'll be disappointed. Shahzad really could have made things different, but not to be. So he departs 122 for 6 now. Shahzad is out for 6 of 5.
The new batsman is Almaz. 6 wickets down. I think the umpire has raised objection to that pat. He has been asked to remove. In fact, last match I think he did come with it, but he was, because this is not according to the rules, and also it's the T10, the use of T10, the copyright is with the T10 tournament. That's why in all the tournaments you would see, if Sharjah is conducting, it will be S10, and if Dubai is conducting T10, it will be D10, and even even Emirates Cricket Board, it was D10, not T10. So
yes, we did one in Pondicherry as well. We call it the 10 overs tournament.
this is ambush marketing, what we call it as.
So now what is the kind of total that 7 districts are looking at from here on? They'll have to be realistic now. They've lost 6 wickets. They've lost people who could have really given them a big score. Almas on strike. Now bright red pads. That seems to be the color of the day, with Zimbabwe winning. Full delivery that has been flicked away nicely. And they pick up a quick single.
Brilliant. Brilliant running, because they ran fast for it. Good pickup, but still they made it. They need to go for quick singles. They need to find the gaps. If they have to reach a projected score of now 189, if they score at the rate of 12 runs and over.
That looks really difficult. Full toss. Pushed straight to the fielder. Another single taken.
Amir has bowled well. Maintained a good line and length. And this was a tricky full toss.
Yes, that delivery that he bowled to Shahzad Ali was brilliant. Another Yorker length delivery there, just a single.
As long as seven districts are able to get only singles, Sona Gold and Daimonds will be very happy. They've sparkled as bowlers today.
Full toss, quick single taken. That is the end of the over. Good one from Amir there, 15 bowled, 126 for the loss of 6 wickets.
And that's a wide.
Yes, wide, and they pick up a single as well.
I do not know what he appealed for. Was it not to give a wide? And this time hit uppishly, but will get a run. Ali Imran finding it difficult. Maybe the dew. He has a red towel behind to wipe. That has played in the gaps but not been able to pierce the fielder. Good bowling, preventing 7 districts from taking any liberties at a time when they should be wanting to go for big hits.
Opens the face of the blade this time, straight to the fielder at gully. There'll just be another dot ball. This is really a good comeback from 7 districts. They've pulled things back brilliantly.
This has been hit high. Yes, that has sailed for a 6. Brilliantly played.
This lovely shot that just backed away and a cross-batted swat there over the fielder at long off.
That once again, but did not cross the boundary for a 6, but definitely got him a boundary.
Yeah, that was a good strike. Again, a very clean strike there.
Almas is flexing his muscles. He's accelerating the run flow. Once again, he hits in there, and that also goes for a boundary.
Very expensive over this from Ali Imran. 18 runs coming of it. Almas hitting some lovely shots there. And that will be the end of the over. 16 ball, 144 for 6. Abdul drives it this time. He'll pick up a single. Amir Kashmiri into his third over. And that last over really tilting the balance again in favor of 7 districts.
Abdul had played a fine knock against 11 Ace 2, a timely knock. And this time flicked off the legs, and that is racing towards the boundary. A fielder converging on it. Picks and throws, but they get 2.
Good running between the wickets there. Good opportunity for them to now push to 180. If they bat 20 overs, they might just do that.
And this time a full toss steered away. It's racing towards the boundary, but I think there is a fielder. He comes in. They get 2. Runs are flowing at a time when they needed. This is the time to accelerate. When wickets fell, they lost the momentum. This is the time to pick it up. Down the leg side. I think it hit its pads. Otherwise it would have been a, yes it did. Or it would have been a wide.
It just went through him there. Couple of deliveries remaining in this over.
Again, a deliberate full toss, we should say, which gives only 1 run. And that brings the 150 for 6. Abdul on 30, Almas on 22. This partnership has swelled the total.
Isn't it uppishly There is a fielder there, but it lands safe. And they will come back for 2.
That was a risky shot. Nevertheless, it fell on no man's land.
So 17 overs have been bowled then. It's 152 for 6.
This is the time Sona, Gold and Diamonds would want to contain the batsmen. The batsmen are out to unleash their shots. We might see some big hits now. And here, Shoaib bowls him, going for a mighty heave, misses it totally, and is clean bowled.
Yes, Almas was looking to score runs at a brisk rate there. But he departs now and he'll be disappointed.
He did play a role to lift the score with Abdul, but going for a mighty shot. Before I concluded my sentence that we might see big shots, he did go for a big shot, but missed the line totally.
Nice cameo from Almas. 22 of 12 is what he gets. And with that, 7 districts lose the 7th wicket.
That's played elegantly through the covers, and it races to the boundary. What a beautiful shot. Copybook style. Aha, look at that. That's lovely. A delight to watch.
It's very nicely struck there. Now, Abdul and Zamir will have to try and take this total to 180. Not going to be easy.
And this time it has been hit up in the air, and it goes for a 6. Brilliant start by Samir. An elegant boundary, and now a lofted 6. That is what is needed. That is the need of the hour.
Yes, very nicely struck indeed. No two ways about it. That was a beautiful strike there from him. Down the ground, safe area.
And flicked away. And it races to the boundary, but there is a fielder, but definitely they will get 2 runs. And they did.
Good running between the wickets there.
Samir is out to accelerate the run flow. His intentions are very clear. He has already done it. A boundary, a 6, and now it's 2. And this time again hits it hard, although he couldn't connect it properly, but gets a single. Score moves to 165 for 7.
Yes, 13 deliveries to go. How many more can they get is the question. That'll be a wide, and that'll be quite a few runs, at least 2 more. So that's 3 more runs scored then.
Shoaib has wavered in his length at a time when he should have bowled tight. He started off the over very well, but then after that he has not been able to control.
Oh, looks like that's not been called a wide. It's probably off the pads there. So that is the end of the over. 167 is the score then at the end of 18 overs.
This time hit onto mid-on and gets a single.
So what do you think, Mr. Nair? 185 looks possible?
185 looks possible, but 190, is it possible is the question. But after losing 5 wickets quickly, it is a good score.
No timing on that one. That'll just be a single.
Abdul has really carried the innings. 35 of 25 balls. He has played a big role in 7 districts being in this position, and this time a full toss, not connected properly, but gets a single. Have you noticed that Amis full tosses cannot be hit? It's a tricky full toss.
Yes, he's bowled them brilliantly, those full tosses. Has ensured that he keeps them on target. Low full toss, difficult to get under.
And this time hit powerfully, but straight to a fielder. Amir will be happy that delivery fetched only 1 run.
Excellent spell this from Amir, and this over in particular was brilliant as well. 4 deliveries, 4 singles. Can he finish well? That's it. Wide of the fielder there. He dives, but fails to make the save. That is a boundary and a much needed one for 7 districts.
That should have been stopped. The fielder did dive for it. You could see that. But it was, and it went past him and beat the fielder on the boundary. A powerful man, Samir. Very strong, very powerful in his shots. Hit up in the air and it's straight to a fielder. And Amir gets his reward for his consistent line and length.
Yes, that was very well bowled, very full, on target, backing away, looking to go for that 6, failing to do so. So that is number 8 going down.
Mohammad Samir did play his role of 8 balls, he hit 19 runs. He tried to accelerate the run flow.
Yes, and I think you can't blame him. He did what was needed 19 overs done, 175 for 8. Last over, full toss. That's clubbed away. A little bit of a fumble there, so that'll be just a single. Shahid comes on strike now.
.176. Can they reach 190 is the question. However, after losing quick wickets, it is indeed creditable that they have reached this score.
Yes, absolutely. The way they lost wickets in the middle was terrible, but Abdul batted brilliantly. That's a good strike. That is just over the ropes, is it? We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal there. Now, mind you, that's the longer part of the boundary. But that was a good shot. Yes, over the ropes.
He positioned himself very well and hit it with all the power, and it went for a maximum.
Excellent strike, excellent strike. A bit of an inside edge there, just a single. Now that they've reached 183, now they should push for 190.
That's what we were talking about. If 190 psychologically is very good, although 200 is a delight.
If for 200, Abdul will have to hit 3 sixes. That would also mean that he gets to his 50.
I think he wanted to hit him through mid-wicket but couldn't connect. Is it a leg by? Yes, it's a leg by. But there was no appeal, usually.
Very muted appeal, really. I thought that was close because he was shuffling across a long way.
Yes, yes. I was surprised there was. That's why I thought maybe it hit the bat. Once again, although he positioned himself but couldn't force a shot, with just one more ball to go, 190. Is it possible?
We need a 6, and he's bowled him. Won't get the 6. He will be out instead. So that is all over then.
His off stump has been knocked back and his leg stump bail stays.
Yes, that is the end of 8 then. 20 overs is what they bat. 53 from Sagir at the top. 37 not out from Abdul. Cameos from Almas and Rais. And of course Zamir as well. And they managed to get to 184 for the loss of 9 wickets in the 20 overs.
Good show. Good batting show.
As far as the bowling was concerned, of course, a lot of those economy rates very swollen there. Pick up the bowlers, Johan 3 for 29, couple of wickets for Amir and Zohaib, a wicket apiece for Azim and Siddiq. He was the best bowler in terms of the economy rate there.
So we take a break.
Here's the innings that happened. Initially, of course, they went for some shots. Lost an early wicket. The batting was pretty much there. Good shots played by Sati got out. That was the beginning of the slump. Then Sagir got out as well. That was the time when they lost a few quick wickets. But Daimonds was going out to bat, trying to go for the big shots. In the attempt to do that. Wickets kept falling, runs kept coming. That was a brilliant delivery from Kashmiri there. And back over the expensive one. 6, 4, and then another 4 through the extra cover region. And that was the last wicket to fall. So they're picking up. Not the last wicket, the wicket before that. And then again some runs scored. Tiny over from Kashmiri. Ensured that there was not a possibility of getting into one. That was the last wicket. And with that, they ended the innings at 184 for 9. We'll dive into a short break now. That is the target for Sona Golden Diamonds, 185 in 20 overs, required of 9.25. We'll see you on the other side of this. Welcome back after the break. That's what they need. 185 runs in 20 overs, required rate of 9.25. Not going to be an easy task for Sona Golden Diamonds. And, what they need is a good power play. Alongside me in the comm box is Azhar. He did see Sona Golden Diamonds when they batted the last time. What do you reckon, Azhar?
Thank you, Nishant. So, honestly, well ended and well finished. Quite a bit different from what the past two games went about. We've seen both the matches where the teams batting first, they lost their plot. They could not end at the score of 170 plus that they would have hoped for, the way that they started the innings. But 7 districts, they lost a few wickets. Although they started well, they lost a few wickets in the middle, and it's almost looked like a repeat telecast of what happened a couple of matches earlier. But they found a good momentum towards the, let's say, from the 13th over onwards, and getting to a score of 184, I think, was a brilliant effort from the batsmen. And now Sona Gold, they have their task cut out for them. 185, not going to be easy to chase. 9.5 runs, or rather 9.2 runs required per over. Tough task. And I think the first 6 overs, the power play is going to decide a lot the fate of their innings. They're able to get that 60, 70 run mark, then pace their innings in the middle overs, and then try to accelerate in the last 6 overs, something similar to what 7 districts did. They may have a game on their hands.
Yes, 7 districts, of course, got off to a flamboyant start. Got about 70 runs in the 7 overs. And now, what they need to do is they need to ensure that they do not allow Sona Golden Diamonds to get off to the best starts. Ghaffar will be bowling the first over.
And great commitment from Ghaffar. He was one of the anchors of the batting as well. I think he scored about 36 runs. Really good contribution from him on the batting side of it. And now it's his turn to do the bowling. So there you go, the first ball under play. Short run up and missed out on this occasion. Azim and Manu. It's the same opening pair they had for their first match. Manu did in fact struggle quite a bit, and he'll be looking towards for a redemption for this match. Has a great track record, 20,000 plus runs taken in his cricketing career so far. Oh, that could be wide.
It's first runs on the board for Sona Golden Diamonds.
Yes, too wide. I think Ghaffar was trying to put a bit too much of pace into that delivery, but missing out on the line on this occasion.
Comes back in, defended on the offside, straight to the fielder. Will be interesting to see the approach of both these batsmen.
Certainly there'll be a bit of nerves at play, because seeing the required run rate of 9.4 now, it's always going to be at the back of your mind. 1 over or 2 overs there which you don't score more than 6 runs and over, or at least 7 runs and over. That'll just keep multiplying, compounding the pressure. Another wide towards the leg side this time.
Yes, too far down. Can't allow that to happen, really. So, a delivery, dot ball, then a wide, then another dot ball, another wide. Bit of a pattern there for Manu in this over. I beg your pardon, Abdul there. Lovely shot. Beautifully hit there. That should run away to the fence. It does.
Yes, indeed, right in his slot, finding that gap. The offside is packed, but he still managed to dissect that field. Between point and cover there on this occasion. Azim will be a bit more confident now about after that shot. You got to kind of feel for Abdul here. He played a crucial role on the batting side of it, and now he has to come and bowl almost immediately.
Just feeling for it outside the off stump there. Play and a miss, dot ball.
Yes, every dot ball counts for Sona Golden Diamonds. They have to pull off something extraordinary here. They have third man in place on deep, trying to cut but missing it.
So 2 wides and a boundary. And I think despite that, it has been a pretty reasonable over.
Yep.
Quick single taken this time. They'll pick up that run, and that will be the end of the over. It's 7 without loss after the first over.
So there you go, 1 over, 7 for no loss for Sona Golden Diamonds. A steady start there. 1 boundary so far come up in their innings. And it will be Haider Ali who will continue proceedings for 7 districts. And a quite interesting approach here. Spin very early on into the innings.
There's interesting thinking here. Bowl with spin from one end.
They indeed have the perfect field setup, I would think. They have a long on, deep square leg as well. Punching towards the off stump, offside there. And they won't have too much time to settle down. Sona Golden Diamonds, the required rate is going to keep climbing. What they need to probably do is, like you would have explained in some of the matches you said earlier, play in blocks of 5 overs. Try to keep a target for every 5 overs. See if they can reach that target or close to it or even higher than that, and try to be ahead in the game.
Yes, that's what they need to do. And for somebody like Manu, they have got an opportunity. If they can keep him quiet for a bit, he will definitely start wanting to get runs.
Yes, indeed. Sure, 7 districts would have seen his approach in the first match. Manu did struggle quite a bit against the pace bowlers. This time he's facing spin very early on into the innings. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts himself. 20,000 runs to his name.
Played away towards the onside, another dot ball.
No timing whatsoever.
Yes, if I remember, Asim did mention that he was some 80-odd runs away from getting to 23,000 runs.
Correct, indeed. Could this be the tournament? Could this be the match? I got to tell you, Nishant, with that kind of a stance, with a bowler like Haider, you got to be extremely careful. He's a smart bowler, mind you, can vary himself quite well. Manu needs to find ground here, try to get a few runs on board.
I'd really like to see him fire one in. It's pushed away towards the offside. Dot ball to finish the over. Excellent one from Haider. Just the one run from it. 2 bowled, it's 8 without loss.
So 2 overs gone, 2 extras, 8 for no loss. Sona Gold going at a run rate of 4 runs per over. The required rate very close to the 10-run mark. Azim will be in some pressure now to keep the scoreboard ticking.
Almost dragged it back on. Inside edge onto the pads there.
Yeah, I think they're just going for the hard hit now. Something that even Sagir tried doing for 7 districts in the first innings, but adjusted himself very well a little bit later. Looked for timing, and once he got that timing intact, he was really able to accelerate, and I think that's something Azim and Manu can learn from and try and adapt. This could be wide.
It is called by the umpire there, and rightly so. A little too far outside the off stump on that occasion.
There's 3 of the 9 runs coming from extra so far. In the air, opportunity, missing out.
Yes, very lucky on that occasion. That didn't go straight to the fielder.
I think this was the length, sorry, the line that he was trying for the longest time. And Abdul got the line and the length on point this time. They do have a deep square leg. I think that's what he was targeting, for the batsman to play that up his shot. But on this occasion, went a bit too fine, and an opportunity not created yet, but very much on the cards, Nishant.
Yes, he just has to continue bowling the right line.
Yes, Abdul will not mind bowling to Manu. He'll be looking to get a few dot balls to his name. But this time, it's been elegantly glanced towards deep backward point. Another single taken.
So first over went for 7. And after that, 1 run over from Haider. And now this over has produced just 3.
I think they will try to play themselves in. But they definitely have to start accelerating the next over at least. The required run rate climbing. These dots will not help at all. Certainly will help 7 districts.
Couple of deliveries remaining in this over. Yes, 7 districts, I'm pretty sure will be happy with this start that they've got. This will put more and more pressure on both the batsmen to try and go for the big shots.
Yeah, I think 7 districts, they're just trying to contain the batsmen. They won't mind this with the required run rate climbing. Opportunity placed well here. Boundary to his name. Azim times that sweetly, finds that gap on the onside, and a much needed boundary for Sona Gold and Daimonds.
Yes, they need more of those. Abdul once again giving away a few runs in this over too. 7 in the previous over, 7 in this over. Last ball of his second over coming up. Nicely done. Steered down towards third man, single taken. That will be the end of the over. 3 overs bowled, 16 without loss. That's interesting. Change in the bowling. Almas is into the attack now. Got a few quick runs. Azim on strike. Leading edge. Oh, Manu wanted the strike.
He's been on the non-strikers end for quite some time. Must be itching to face a few deliveries. But honestly, no run there. In fact, if it was a direct hit, could have been quite close. Yes, the run rate now for Sona Golden Diamonds still under 6 runs and over. They haven't really capitalized the power play. Maybe this time, but they have cover there. 2 taken regardless.
Yes, a couple more runs. That's how they will be thinking about going on. At least try and catch up with the run rate.
Yeah, they're far from that currently. And power play, success in a power play for Sona Golden Diamonds is very crucial for this match. If they have to have any chance of remotely being able to chase this mammoth target there in the air, opportunity created and an easy catch there for Haider. First wicket goes. Azim falls prey.
Yes, coming down the track and looking to go for the big shot there. Top edge flying straight up in the air. And the catch was taken. Azim Sabir Ali. He departs for 14 of 16. Caught Haider bowled Almas. First wicket for 7 districts.
So there you go. The first wicket falls for Sona Golden Diamonds. Azim, who was the scorer mostly for Sona Golden Diamonds so far, succumbed under pressure trying to loft that shot. He was nowhere in position to play that. I think the placement was completely misjudged. I think one of the shots that Virat Kohli played, the bouncer that he hit for 6, I think it takes someone like Kohli to be able to pull that off. That placement was absolutely not on point, and Azim unfortunately back in the pavilion. Mohibullah to face his first delivery. A similar bouncer. Could be a wide. There it is.
Yes, a little too high on that occasion. Well-directed bouncer, but the length just a little bit of a problem.
Yes, Almas trying to make a mark. Not allowing Mohibullah to settle in that easily. It's a long way to go here, Sona Golden Diamonds. 19 for 1, 3.3 overs. The run rate currently still under 6 and over. And the required run rate now above 10. Oh, direct hit and he was gone. Not even in the frame.
And he could have chosen any end really. Both the batters were nowhere close to reaching the crease.
I think they seem to have forgotten that this is cricket and not a stroll in the park. It almost looked like they were walking their dog in the park. Yes, absolutely no effort whatsoever to complete that run. And this approach, mind you, is not going to get them very far.
Mohibullah is off the mark with that single. They'll bring Manu back on strike.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how Manu approaches. Still yet to make a mark in this tournament. See, that's one of the things that I've noticed is his foot movement. There's no back foot attempt whatsoever on any of his shots.
There's some movement there for Almas. The movement on the ball was more than the movement on the feet of Mohibullah, of Manu.
Yes, certainly. Manu has still not able to settle himself in, whether it's this match or the tournament so far. He definitely does have a big record to his name. But the way that this tournament has been approached by him so far, the 80 runs required to reach the 23 run, or rather 23,000 run mark, will take him around 40 matches if he doesn't change his approach.
It's played away towards the onside. He will pick up a single. That is the end of the over. Then 4 overs bowled. It's 21 for 1.
So 21 for 1, 4 overs bowled, 3 bowlers used by 7 districts. Abdul 2 overs, 15 runs, no wickets. Haider bowling that beautiful over, just 1 run. Almas taking that wicket, just 5 runs given so far. 21 for 1, 4 overs bowled at a run rate now currently at 5.3 for Sona Gold, and the required run rate climbing each over. Right now, it's at 10.3 per over. That's in the air. Opportunity. Difficult chance. And dropped by the fielder. Almas himself.
Yes, he'll be disappointed because there definitely was that chance. It went straight up in the air.
And never easy to take those. You're going to be running backwards. And Almas almost got there, but not able to convert that. 2 runs to Sona Golden Diamonds. Manu's on strike, 4 of 8 now.
Very lucky. It was an edge. The wicketkeeper was not really in a position to collect that one. And now a run-out appeal. It looks like the umpire thinks he's home.
As Mohammad Kashif trying to do a Dhoni there. Backhanded throw. Oh, and I must say, he is so lucky.
I think he's just got his bat down at the last minute. Have they gone upstairs here?
Yes, the question has been asked.
Well, this will be very close. It's a lot closer than it looked, to be very honest.
Yes, the first rule of running between the wickets is ground your bat. Ground your bat no matter what. Manu, I have to say, was very, very, very close here.
He's gotten away with it, it seems.
Is not the quickest between the wickets, no doubt. Two runs.
Third over for Abdul. None for 19.
Yes, Manu. Another shot attempted and another miss. Unsurprisingly this time.
Big swing and a miss there from Manu.
I think Sona Gold and Diamonds will need to start rethinking their batting order strategy. These are crucial overs. These are the overs that they would need to maximize their runs. Try to get that 45 to 50 runs minimum on board. Something that almost all the teams has achieved so far in the power play.
And a very, very weird looking shot there from Manu. They'll pick up a single. That brings Mohibullah back on strike. Hardly anything going in favor of Sona Gold right now.
It's not that just the shot selection, Nishant, is the whole approach. Even if you see the running between the wickets is, in my view, is a bit too amateur.
I was thinking of using the word patchy.
No doubt, indeed. I think that's a better word for sure, Nishant. But they really need to pull up their socks here, Nishant. I mean, honestly, 26 for 1, 5 overs bowled. They're nowhere close to being competitive in this match yet.
Last ball of the third over from Abdul. Short ball, pulled. And he's got it into the gap, not quite. Oh, yes, he has.
That's very unfortunate there. Lahiru at the boundary line did all the hard work, tried to stop the the ball, and succeeded at it, but his legs came in between and unfortunately kicked it out for a boundary. Regardless, at the end of 5 overs, the score is 30 for 1. So there you go. That's how the scorecard looks like. 30 for 1, 5 overs gone. Almas will continue for 7 districts.
Manu on strike.
There you go. Clean bowled. Yorker delivery right in the slot, and unsurprisingly, with that kind of a stance and a shot offered, Manu finally departs for 7 runs of just 12 deliveries. The score for Sona Gold is now 30 for 2. So there you go, 30 for 2, 5.1 overs. Manu back in the pavilion. Shamim comes out to bat for Sona Gold and Diamonds. Shamim, who's played a crucial role in the previous match, still falling short for Sona Gold and Diamonds, but on this occasion, he has a far more difficult objective. Almas, the pace bowler.
He'll be happy having picked up that wicket rather early in his spell. First ball of his second over, he's picked up 2 now. Beautifully bowled. Excellent delivery that. Oh, it's a no ball. Pity.
Really unfortunate there. Missing out his run-up, Almas. So opportunity for Shamim to free his arms now. Free hit offered. Oh, that is a no ball indeed, no doubt. I reckon Shamim's going to go for this bouncer.
Yeah, it will be a bit of a risk to bowl a bouncer of a free hit, because if it goes too high and becomes a wide, the free hit still remains.
Yes, indeed, no doubt. And he doesn't have cover. They've got deep third man and long on. There you go, mistimed, but racing towards the boundary. Can the fielder stop it?
You won't need to. The ground will do the job for him.
I think that's one of the things that we were speaking a bit earlier. The dew factor, how is that today, Nishant? Is this is the outfield slower as we go in the second innings?
Well, not really. I've seen this even in the course of the Bukhatir League as well, that the outfield has been on the slower side through and through. So that is a little strange if you ask me, because normally we see the Sharjah outfields to be pretty good.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, a little bit of moisture as what the captain was expecting as well during the toss. As Lahiru was storming in, but misfielded on that occasion. I think Sona Gold and Diamonds, they're going to take any run that comes their way. The required run rate now at 10.3 runs per over. They will need something magical from Shamim and Mahibullah both to be able to be even close to achieving the target.
Shortish delivery this time. Looks to go for the pull. Doesn't connect at all.
He's mixing up well. The previous one was almost an attempted Yorker, but missed out on the length a little bit. But this one, this is where his strength is at. He does bowl the odd bouncers very well. They're very quick, not easy to judge.
Shamim on strike. Short ball. Looks to go for the pull again. Misses it again.
It's very quick. Must be at the 125, 130 speed range, right, Nishant? Or maybe even more.
Yes, definitely somewhere between 120 to 130 clicks. Last ball of the power play.
Both teams would want to finish well. Sona Gold and Diamonds will be looking for that desperate boundary. They need some runs to kickstart somewhere.
Last ball then, Almas. He shuffles across, has played it uppishly, and it has gone the distance. Good shot from Shamim there.
Yes, indeed. Rather judge that bouncer a little too early. It reminded me of the approach that Sachin Tendulkar played against Andrew Caddick coming towards the ball and lofted him towards the deep square leg. I think the ball went out of the boundary.
Yes, so that was in the 2003 World Cup that you're talking about. 6 overs bowled, 41 for 2.
There you go, power play completed, 41 for 2, a beautiful 6 to end the power play there by Shamim. And for the first time, the run rate for Sona Golden Diamonds is above 6 runs per over. The required run rate still stands at 10.3. Change in the bowling for 7 districts. Nawaz into the attack. Just nudged on the onside for a single by Mohibullah.
Yes, now the power play is done, so a bit of a situation where they will really have to do something out of the box to get the boundaries.
Well, they have good cover on the leg side. Just nudging on the offside for a single.
So this singles is not something that they will mind, really. Let them come.
7 districts, they're very well positioned in the match right now. The odds are definitely on their side. They would just want to play off the innings. Singles in the next 5 overs or at the end of 10 overs will only bring the score to 60 or 75, 65 odd runs for Sona Golden Diamonds.
And extra runs there, unnecessary overthrow.
I think there was a chance there. Ah, no, he was far inside. Gaining momentum the last few overs for Sona Golden Diamonds. Down the ground, chance for a catch. Oh, he's dropped it.
Well, that was an opportunity there. And 7 districts. Well, they've got off to a good start, but they cannot allow this to happen.
Well, Ghafar's been busy. First with the bat and now with the ball, and then the ball seems to find its way to him all the time.
Yes, Mohibullah 11 of 7, Shamim 10 of 6. So both these batters batting with the best strike rates amongst all the Sona batsmen so far. Looking to run it down, wanted a single, sent back, and rightly so there.
Just trying to nudge it down towards third man for a single, but missing out on that occasion. Last ball of the over.
Mohibullah on strike. Shahid to bowl. Looking to pull their inside edge onto the pads. That's a dot ball to end the over. 7 bowled, 47 for the loss of 2 wickets. Not much power in So Heather is back in the attack, gave away just 1 run in his first over. And back in the com box is Mr. K.R. Nair.
Thank you, Nishant. 47 for 2 in 7 overs. Long way to go for them.
Yes, the required rate almost, in fact, is 10.6 an over. It's touching 11 now.
And we see no aggressive attempts. In fact, 7 districts have checked the run flow. Full control so far. As you can see, they bowl on a line and length. Fielders starts going to the fielders. Mohibullah wants to do something aggressive. Place it down to the fine leg and gets a single.
49 for 2. Going 6.5 runs per over.
At this stage, 7 districts were 75 for 1.
Yes, till this moment they were going on great guns. After this, there was a period of play where things went downhill for them.
Maybe that is the time when Sona Gold and Diamonds can really accelerate. Maybe they're waiting. This partnership has to settle down, unleash their strokes. Let's see. Good shot. Straight to a fielder, but gets a single.
So Sona Gold and Diamonds are bringing up their 50 as well. Final delivery of Heather's second over, 4 runs of it so far. Very well bowled. Quick single taken. 8 overs bowled, it's 52 for 2. Fresh over. Inside edge onto the body, wants a single. But sent back. Nawaz bowling his second here.
Hit onto his body then. A wild attempt. Bat, feet nowhere near the ball. All kinds of efforts are being done to accelerate the run flow.
And that's it, down the ground this time. Straight to the fielder there. Just a single. It's getting tougher and tougher with every passing ball here.
Most of their shots are going to the fielder. They've not been able to pick the gaps. The pressure is mounting, and that is exactly what 7 districts would be wanting. Mount the pressure, check the run flow.
Yes, the idea will be to force them to commit mistakes. Shortish delivery this time, backs away. Looks to slap it away. It's a dot ball. Excellent bowling.
Nawaz has a high action and can generate bounce off the wicket. Long arms, long legs, all the traits of a pacer. And good run up.
Right up there, driven, a little bit of a fumble for the mid-off fielder. Another single. These singles are not going to be reasons to worry for 7 districts at all. Required rate now 11.6.
The required run rate reaching such heights that yorked him. He dug it out somehow and gets a single.
That was a brilliant delivery. Slow Yorker there. Just about in the right line.
Is a tall man who can produce such a delivery. Shamim on 15, Mobillah on 14, 55, 2. And this has been hit through the gaps, but will get only a single. All shots continue to go to the fielder.
9 overs bowled, 56 for the loss of 2 wickets. Change in the bowling then. Zamir is into the attack now. Moibullah batting on 15 of 15 will be on strike. Very well bowled. He's running the first one hard, and that is the only run that he'll get.
That is a good delivery, played well, and well run for that single. Once again, an excellent delivery on a good line and length, played correctly.
Shamim was unbeaten on 37 in that previous game that they played. Was largely responsible to take Sona Gold and Diamonds past the 120 run mark. He backs away this time. Oh, too close for the cut shot. They'll still manage to pick up the single. Good running between the wickets, and now the required rate is 12 and over. They need to score 2 runs every ball.
It's a fine display of how to strangle the run flow, mount the pressure. Samir bowling a tight length. Look at, he tried pull it, and once again straight to the fielder, and a run out chance. It has been averted.
Comedy of errors all around there. No, it's straight to the fielder. It was the non-striker's call, but the batsman was busy ball watching. The wicketkeeper collected, and that throw was not up to the mark. Appeal this time. Not an appeal, but a celebration rather. Coming down the track and cleaned up completely. Zamir, he picks up his first wicket. Delight.
He lost sight of the ball, went for a wild swing, more out of desperation that runs were not coming. And so that's the end of an innings.
Mohibullah departs for 16 of 18. It's 58 for 3. Ali Imran, the captain, walks into the middle. Last ball of the over from Zamir. Tucked away with soft hands. He runs the first one hard. He's looking for the second. Chance at the striker's end. Not quite. That will be the end of over number 10. It's 60 for the loss of 3 wickets after 10. Haider to bowl his third. Excellent delivery there. Good start to the third over here. Starts off with a very tidy delivery, very tidy dot ball.
Haider was the hero of the last match. He won the Alsuk Game Changer Award. And that's it. He stepped out, missed, and he stumped.
That's another wicket here. And they will be very disappointed with this. Coming down the track, looking to go for the big shot. Missing it completely. Simple stumping for the wicket-keeper. And Shamim, the one man who got the runs in the previous game, has to head back to the pavilion. He departs for 16 of 16 as Sona, Gold and Diamond lose their 4th wicket.
Asim Sheikh on strike. Haider strikes. And there's an appeal for L big before and he gets it. It kept a bit low.
Yes, a straight, darted in, looking to flick it away, wrapped on the pads, finger going up. No problems whatsoever. Azim departs for a first ball duck.
Second successive time he is on a hat-trick chance. Last time In his last over too, he did it against 11 A's. And now once again, will he get a hat-trick?
Yes, so we'll find out. Right now, it's wicket number 6 going down. 5, beg your pardon. So captain and X in the middle. Akil, of course, was leading the side in the previous game. Akil Ahmed Siddiqui. New man in. Haider on a hat-trick. Will he get it? Let's find out. It has to be straight, full, on target. It is, but it's played out by Akil. That's a dot ball.
It was on target, but played coolly by Akil, preventing a hat-trick. Half the side back in the dugout. It could be a wide. Yes, it is.
I pity bowls a wide. Could have been a double wicket maiden for Haider. Not to be.
Brilliant bowling by Haider. Ooh, that was a beauty of a delivery. Batsman tried to play the ball in the crease. No movement of his feet. And beaten.
7 districts have made a tremendous comeback in this game. They were not in the best of forms in that first game that they played. We'll talk about that in a bit. 11 bowled at 61 for 5. Yeah, 7 districts lost that first match that they played by 80 runs against the Vision Shipping. Zamir into his second over now. They came back against 11 Ace, winning a very tidy, very tight match by just 3 runs. And now they've done slightly better tonight.
This time played off the front foot to long off, and they take a single. They've taken a firm grip on the match. 122 from 52 balls. The bowling has been tight. Everyone spot on. Let's see what Samir has. Once again, a very good delivery. Spot on. No liberties allowed.
Keeping it very, very tidy, both the left arm spinners, hardly allowing any room whatsoever. No opportunities to get runs. And just as I say that, he's gone way over the top for 6. Nicely struck there by Ali Imran.
Very well picked. Came out, connected it, and sailed straight over the dugout for a 6. This is what is needed, some big hits. So far only 3 boundaries and 2 sixes have been scored in a total of 69 for 5 in 11.4 overs.
Two more deliveries to go in this over. Ali Imran on strike, pushed off the back foot there. Nicely done. Zamir will not be very pleased that he conceded that 6.
Especially at a time when runs were tight. Let's see what he does with this delivery. Oh, that's a good one. Hit on the pads, but going down, and a bit high too.
Yeah, certainly going down the leg side, no two ways about it. 12 ball at 70 for the loss of 5. So Rais into the attack, the leg spinner. Starts off with a shortish delivery, which has been pulled away for a comfortable single there.
$115, 114 needed of 47 balls. Couldn't connect, but nevertheless gets a single.
Again, Rice is someone who can be very, very uncanny with his bowling. He's not a very conventional leg spinner. Not someone who turns the ball big, relies more on the pace variations that he's got. Short ball pulled, nicely struck. That's 6 more.
That was well picked. And look at the way he has positioned himself and pulled it away, sailing over into the stands.
Good comeback. Very good comeback there from Rais. That's more the length and the trajectory that he should be bowling. Dropping shot is not going to help because Ali Imran seems to be a good striker of the ball. Well tossed up again. Blocked. Another dot ball. This is much better from Rais. That's the rhythm that he needs to get into.
2 good deliveries. Beautifully swept. Well connected. They get a single.
In fact, the single has been denied.
Oh, denied. Ah.
So 13 overs have been bowled. It's 78 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Score rating 78 for 5, 107 needed of 42 balls. 7 districts have taken a firm grip on the match, and we have a new voice in the commentary, the change in commentary. Welcome, Asher.
Thank you, KR. So,
Cut away. Gets a single.
yeah, well, I think Sona Gold and Diamonds will be, the batsman and the team and itself will be having the same feeling sometimes I have when I go out shopping. The bill keeps increasing and then you start getting stressed out more. Over here, every delivery, the required run rate is going higher and higher, and it's almost reached a stage where it may be too late to come back.
Can we say as costly as the Diamonds?
As costly as the Diamonds, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. But of course, you can't buy runs. You gotta work for them. Yes. You gotta score them. And I'm getting the feeling that Ali Imran might actually be a good contender for opening for Sona Gold. The way he's playing, I think he's got the right shots.
Play square.
Oh, well, I think 7 districts, they are quite relaxed. They have nothing much to worry. They know that unless they do something extraordinarily wrong, I would say, in the context of the match, they pretty much have this in their control.
Last over we saw some 6. And this time, beautiful delivery. Beaten out, all ends up. This is what is the kind of delivery that Samir should be bowling.
Yeah, that one turned. It angled in, but it went away. In fact, very close to the off stump. And these shots are not enough. I mean, again, they're running a bit sloppy. So we are at the, there's about 36 odd balls left, 6 overs left. They need over almost more than 100 runs still required. Taking singles are not going to help. If they need to score, they need to start scoring more. Even if they're not able to win the match, they'd rather score more, get their net run rate on a higher position so that they can always come back.
Well bowled once again. So that's the end of the over. 81 for 5. So Haider once again into the attack. He has already taken 2 wickets. Flicked away. Gets a single.
Yeah, I think Sona Gold and Diamonds, they've realized that they cannot win the match right now. They're just playing the ball around, trying to get as much as practice as possible to come back in the next game probably, because they still have 5 wickets in hand. It's not that they have a big opportunity with the other batsmen coming in, but they still have to try.
And also it's not easy to force Haider. He is an accurate bowler. You saw he taking his second successive hat-trick chance performance.
Yes, indeed, and he's the one who can nip back it in as well.
Oh, that's a slower one.
See, that should have been a single. They have to take every run that comes their way.
Because the bowler had run for the ball. There was no one at the bowler's end. They could have easily taken a single.
103 runs required from just about 5 overs, and it looks like a run rate that is played in a 50-over match, not a 20-20 tournament like CBFS League.
required run rate goes to 19.31.
It's getting more and more expensive.
This time, another aggressive attempt, but will only get a single.
See, again there, KR, that was 2 runs. That was definitely 2 runs.
Yes, I don't understand.
And it's not like Akil is striking the ball really well. In fact, keeping strike with Ali Imran has the best chance for Sona Golden Diamonds. Akil, 5 runs just so far of his 11 deliveries that he faced.
Hit high. Is it going for a 6? And it is.
Finally unleashing him there. Much needed boundary this for Sona Golden Diamonds. Finally getting that 6.
One of those rare 6s off either. One of the pick of the bowlers. One of the finest bowlers.
Well, I must say it's rare 6s of Sona Golden Diamonds in total. They have definitely struggled against this bowling attack. Azim and Manu to open, not really contributing well there. 14 of 16, 7 of 12. That's really poor strike rates. Mahibullah tried his best, 16 of 18. Shamim was trying to find his knock-in, 16 of 16. And Ali Imran, the best of the lot, 19 of 16 so far. Azim succumbing to that first delivery from Haider, LBW, not for 1 ball. And Akil as well, who's now on the non-strikers end, Ali Imran to face.
At least the needed run rate has come down below 100. Very well bowled, Samir.
And this approach, they have no chance here. No chance whatsoever. There has to be some sort of a luck factor, some sort of immense magic that needs to happen in this innings for Sona Golden Diamonds to have any chance.
So they're forcing a defense with every delivery. The maximum they get is a single. Boundaries are rare. 6s we saw a few, but not that was needed to chase such a total.
Yes, indeed. I think they better start searching for the magic lamp because they need a genie to grant them 3 wishes.
Comes out and hits, it will go straight to a fielder once again.
That's a slow match, really slow match. 92 for 3, 15.3 overs, 20.6 runs required per over. This is Sona Golden Diamonds' first CBSF tournament. So they are a newbie, and they might take time to get adjusted.
The back foot hit, but again to a fielder, just a single. Samir will be happy to keep giving away singles.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Zamir will not try to overpitch it because that's the only delivery that Sona Golden Diamond may have any opportunity to clear the boundary. Otherwise, if you're a bit short or if you bowl the Yorker length or if you nip it back in, they have, all of their batsmen have succumbed to such deliveries. Barring Ali Imran, who did show some promise in the beginning, but he's now just knocking the ball around for 1s and 2s. I'm trying to understand the approach here, KR, because what would be the captain's thought process right now? He is the one who is on the non-strikers end. In fact, he's the one who's made some contribution to the score so far. But I think the way that they have paced their innings, Sona Golden Diamonds had given up just about 4 overs back.
Yes, it's very clear. Now they are playing for a total. And also to ensure that they don't get all out too. Because there is no point going for big hits and getting all out. So I think there is no attempt to play even aggressive shots.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
what we see.
Yes, indeed. No doubt. That's the end of 16 overs. The score is 94 for 5. So there you go. 16 overs, 94 for 5. 7 districts, so relaxed. It's almost as if they're on a beach vacation there. The only thing missing is a mojito.
A smile says it all, a Colgate smile.
Yes, no doubt. I think this will be, if any of the other teams in the pool start looking at Sona Gold's 2 matches and assuming they come with the same squad or even the same mindset or the same approach, they will probably give opportunity to many of the other players to try and play, because the way they go about their innings is not something that is considered competitive, in my view.
7 districts, after the performance against 11As, the spirit is also very high. That's why although they had a slump, they came back strongly and posted such a nice total.
Yes, indeed. At one point, it didn't look like they would even get close to 160 or 165, but the batsmen, they pulled through. And what an end that is, 185 runs or so, 184 to be exact. Absolutely amazing batting towards the depth end. And at one point, that's what we were discussing a while earlier, the team that knows how to pace their innings between the 8th and 15th over are the ones that will end up scoring this range.
It has been hit high in the air and lands in a no man's land, and the ball remains stationary.
It's almost as if Ghaffar was jogging there. He expected the ball to go to the fence, but the outfield going slower and slower as the time goes by.
So even the ball now refusing to go past the boundary.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, no doubt about it. 24 runs required per over. They have to hit a boundary of every ball. 89 of 22.
Whatever be, this partnership has been for long. Down the leg side, and it's a wide, could be, or it did hit the pads. Ah, yes, it hit the pads. So not a wide.
Oh, I think the bowler was quite lucky there. Looked like it missed the pad, but may not be that visible from up here in the commentary box. Nawaz, Shahid Nawaz, bowled well so far.
Very nice run up. Going for a pull. He appeals whether it went over his shoulder.
Yeah, I think he bent down. He did go, he was not standing straight. You can see there. It's almost, you can see that his right leg, the knee hitting the floor of the pitch. Ali Imran, 24 of 23.
Once again hit on the pads. No run.
Yeah, the required run rate is not even in question because that's going to reach 40 soon. So it's about now how Sona Gold and Diamonds can try to find themselves to score 130 runs, 30 runs more somehow, keep that net run rate up a little bit. If they need to have any chance in this tournament, they have to first of all try and win all the remaining matches and at the same time win them by a big margin.
That is true because no attempt has been made to play any adventurous shots, and also they are waiting for the ball to come to them to score, not go after the deliveries.
Yes, indeed. That's very rightly said, KR.
89 needed of 18 balls. Al Imran on 24, Akhil on 13. Shahid is the bowler.
Yes, 18 balls, 89 runs to win. And Sona Gold and Diamonds now going for the binge hit, the blind hit.
An aggressive shot attempted. Feet nowhere near the ball.
I don't think they need to attempt those big shots anymore, because if they're not able to clear the boundary, which is quite possible the way they're going, it's better that they might as well take the ones and twos, because winning the game from here is close to impossible.
Played straight to a fielder, no run.
Yeah, the ball passed his bat yesterday. No timing on that whatsoever.
Almas has bowled 2 dot balls.
He's definitely their spearhead bowler, I would say, because he can vary the pace so well. You saw the first delivery, that was a slower one. This one fired back in, Akhil rather, completely surprised.
And this time on the leg stump, played towards another fielder. They wanted a second one, but decided against.
Yeah, it's a golden opportunity for 7 districts to restrict Sona Gold and Diamonds under 110 runs, I would say. Even 120, 125 right now seems a little bit out of their reach. And I can tell you, based on their performance, this is one team that all the other teams in the group are going to compete in scoring, in the net run rate aspect. If Sona Gold and Diamonds have to keep the same pace of the innings that they're going to do.
Hit high in the air.
Tough chance, tough chance, tough chance. Is it? Oh, missed out. Disappointed there. Wahab Hassan went really high in the air. Almost got it. First, second, and boom. Thoroughly disappointed with himself. I think he can cut himself some slack, because that was not an easy catch. That went really high up in the air.
And high catches are really tough, especially in night cricket.
.99, just 1 run short of 100 for the whole team of Sona Golds and Diamonds.
And that's a wide. So that brings the 100.
Yes, another 14 odd deliveries left in the match. The required run rate now climbing up to 36.43. Still, they have 5 wickets in hand. It's been a long partnership, in fact. The one who's padded up to come in next, his pads would have started rusting by now.
That is played to mid-wicket. And they'll go for a 2. Excellent.
Yes, good running between the wickets. 2 runs taken.
The final ball of the over coming.
Yeah, Almas will be trying to squeeze in a wicket here. He would want that 3 wickets in his name. He does have the capability to do that. In fact, my bets are that he's going to go for a Yorker.
Let's see.
The bouncers hasn't worked so far.
Yes, that's played very good shot. Played straight and gets a single.
So at the end of 18 overs, the score is 103 for 5.
So the required run rate now at 41 runs per over. 82 required from 12 balls.
A full toss, hit straight to a fielder, no run.
It's been stretched in the game for quite some time now. Mind you, this is a 43-run partnership so far, but their strike rate collectively has been less than 100 runs, or rather less than 100. 82 required of 11.
Hit in the air, and but not strong enough to go to the boundary. They
Well,
get 2 runs.
Hyder ran in from long off towards long on. That was a long stride. Love the commitment. They know that the match is in their hands, but the fielders, regardless, still putting in a beautiful effort.
10 balls remaining in the match, and there goes Shahid. Pulled away, or rather swung away, still gets only a single.
Yeah, well, I think Sona Gold and Diamonds, they got it wrong from the very beginning. After winning the toss, and especially after Nishant's pitch report, it was clear that this was a good batting track. I think they missed out on that opportunity, probably relied a little bit too much on yesterday's game, wherein they were bowled out, the JVC Stallions were bowled out for 100-odd runs.
Yes, an uppercut gets a single.
And then the power play, which was well utilized by 7 districts. They did miss out for sure on the middle overs, and it did look like they were slipping away on the batting side. But they came back very well in the last 5 to 6 overs, getting the score up to 185 runs rather.
Yes. Will this partnership reach the 50 mark? It's already 47.
Yeah, it could. They have 8 deliveries. There's a very high chance that they'll be able to nudge it around for another 3 more runs.
Wild swing, misses. They go for a single.
No, there's a chance. There's a chance. That could be out. The question being asked. Third umpire being referred. I think the only doubt that the umpire might have is if it was a direct hit or if the bowler. Yes, that's a direct hit. At least looks like that from this angle.
And I loved it. Only one bail went. That's the beauty of the throw.
Yes, no doubt. Umpire signaling out. That's the end of a keel. 15 of 19.
So 50 runs partnership did not happen.
No, 48 rather. Akil departs for 15. Rather 16 runs of 20 balls, and the score is 108 for 6.
The man with the rusty pads, as you had mentioned, is out to bat now. I like the spirit. I like that the discussion is on.
Yeah, for sure. But again, 7 balls left. It's the final frontier. 7 deliveries and 7 districts. They will be looking forward to finishing it well. Up in the air. Long on. Takes it. Another wicket falls.
That was hit powerfully, but not powerful enough to clear the ground, only to land into the safe hands of a fielder. So the final thing is that 77 of 6 balls.
Yes, Ali Imran Zaidi departs for 32 of 32 deliveries. The score stands at 108 for 7 after 19 overs. Last over. Almas will be the one who will finish off things for 7 districts. He will be looking forward to getting a wicket for himself, or maybe 2, maybe even 3, you never know.
And complete the formalities of victory. And this hit him on the pads. There is an appeal, but going down the leg.
I think there was a hint of inside edge involved, but no, a leg by signaled by the umpire. Maybe some height factor into play as well. Yes, it's actually quite close. But as you rightly said, KR, I think it was missing leg stump.
Yes. Well, as much as they can reduce the margin, it is good.
Inside edge. Goes to the boundary. Lucky runs for Sona Golden Diamond and unfortunate for Almas.
Can we call it a deliberate inside edge? Isn't it?
Yeah, that could be called a deliberate inside edge if, I don't know, I can't find another analogy.
Yes, because he not move his feet. He just moved his leg in such a way that it hits the bat and goes to the boundary.
Well, thoroughly unhappy Almas with the way that the last delivery ended up with.
Once again, he plays the same type of stroke, stands in the crease and applies his bat.
Just trying to keep bat to ball there, Siddiq, on this occasion. Almas attempting the Yorker, and rightly so. 3 deliveries to go. He'll be wanting to finish things well for 7 districts.
This is pulled away, or rather swept away for a single. Half sweep, we can call it.
Yeah, very innovative shot and actually well adjusted, I must say, to the batsman's credit. Siddiq, who got that deliberate inside edge for 4 in the first ball that he faced. He's back on strike, two balls to go. Required run rate of 210 runs per over. 70 runs required from 2 balls.
This is
taken. Almas is a happy customer. He's been trying desperately for a while now to get the wicket. And Siddiq expecting a quicker delivery. Getting completely bamboozled by that slow off-cutter that Almas threw at him. And caught quite comfortably.
looked like he offered a catching practice shot. He just stood on his crease and offered the catch.
That's the end of Siddiq. 4 of 3 deliveries. The score is 105. Beg your pardon. 115 for 8.
Almas gets his 3rd wicket. So Johan, who bowled well, walks out to bat.
See you on Sunday, sir. Do I have to say you'll be available at the presentation?
Yeah. Just like last time you did.
No, last time I didn't. I didn't do that. Because I called them and they said that it's okay, he's already there.
But you said it, I heard it.
But that was before.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's what you need to do.
Achha.
Are you going to a break? When you come back, we shall.
So the last delivery of the match, Johan is on strike and just blocks it. That's the end. That's the end of the agony, I would say, for Sona Golden Diamonds. 115 runs, falling short of 70 runs from the target. A comfortable win for Team 7 Districts. And Almas, who tried quite hard to get the wickets going, I think at the end became a happy customer.
Good show by 7 Districts again.
Yes, indeed. Sona Golden Diamonds never looked comfortable from the very beginning. Azim and Manu starting off things with a strike rate far below the requirement, the match requirement rather. Mohibullah, Shamim did try to kick things off but not successful. Ali Imran, who showed promise very early, succumbed to the great bowling from 7 Districts. Azim out from the very first ball. Hat-trick opportunity for Haider that was missed out. Akil run out. Amir, Siddiq and Johan in single-digit scores. On the bowling side, I think it's a fairly good chart to look at especially if you are a 7 District supporter. Abdul Haider being the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 15 runs, 2 wickets, economy of 3.75, which is simply outstanding. Almas, 4 overs, 28 runs, 3 wickets, a bit unlucky at times, some of the inside edges that went, some of the other boundaries that went as well. Shahid did well, 4 overs, 17 runs, 1 wicket, 4.25 economy, and Zamir, 4 overs, 1 for 21. There it is, the match summary. 7 Districts, Sagir, Abdul and Almas being the pick of the batsmen. Sagir opening, giving a good start to the team. 53 of 34 deliveries. Abdul and Almas finishing things well in the last 7 to 8 overs. On the bowling side for Sona Golden Diamonds, Johan did extremely well. So did Amir and Zohaib, but falling short on the economy there. Sona Golden Diamonds winning the toss, electing to field first. But on the batting side, Ali Imran being the pick of the batsman, 32 of 32 deliveries. Shamim and Mohibullah, 16 each. And definitely from 7 Districts on the bowlers, the pick of the bowlers being Haider, Shahid and Almas. Haider with his exceptional economy rate, 4 overs, 2 for 15. Almas, 4 overs, 3 for 28. And Shahid, 1 for 17. 7 Districts win by 69 runs quite comfortably. So that's it. The match tomorrow, match number 10, will be between Lebanese and TVSL Group, live from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Match 10 of the CBFS T20 League. Please do stay tuned in at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So that's it from the commentary box. I will now hand it over to Nishant, who will do the post-match presentation. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Well, cricket, very much like life, always gives you an opportunity to come back, and tonight was such an opportunity for 7 districts. Of course, it ended all pretty well for them. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the SkyExchange.net CBFS T20 League Season 2, powered by FanCode. Before we begin, we'd like to thank Sharjah Cricket and the entire administration for the support behind the scenes to host this tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor SkyExchange.net, official streaming partner and powered by FanCode, event partners TCM, toss partners Arba Sports Services, associate sponsors rsook.com, support sponsors Toyom Sports Limited, and merchandise partners 7 districts. In match number 9, 7 districts have defeated Sona Gold and Daimonds by 69 runs and thus have just about made up for their massive defeat in the opening game of the tournament. It's time for us to announce the player of the match. Before that, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Tehseen Javed. The match referee will be doing the honours. So welcome, sir. It was pretty much a team performance by the 7 districts, but quite a few performances and a tough task for the referee to choose the player of the match. But the rsook player of the match for his all-round performance, 22 runs with the bat, 3 wickets with the ball, goes to Almas Ayub. Well, Almas will be receiving the gift hamper from rsook.com and a 20% discount voucher on all products purchased from rsook.com. Congratulations, Almas. जब बल्लेबाजी करने आए तब विकेटें कुछ गई थी और रन रेट भी थोड़ा कम हो गया, तो क्या स्ट्रैटेजी लेकर आए थे? काफ़ी लंबे शॉट्स खेले आपने.
First of all, thanks from Allah. Alhamdulillah, I am performing well. और उसके बाद obviously वालदैन और especially thanks for मोहम्मद हैदर 7 districts honor. उन्होंने मुझे opportunity दी और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैंने उसको avail किया और आज अच्छा किया. और especially thanks for my captain. उन्होंने मुझे कहा था कि भाई अपना जाओ गेम खेलो और जो शॉट्स हैं आपके उनको मारो और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वही किया. शुक्र अल्लाह पाक का, अल्लाह ताला ने उसमें भी बैटिंग में भी परफॉर्म अच्छा करवाया और बॉलिंग में जो प्लान दिया था कैप्टन ने उस पे बॉलिंग की और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वी विन. एंड
तो पहले मैच में 80 रन से हारे थे, नेट रन रेट को बहुत बड़ी मार हुई थी, लेकिन ये जो अभी 69 रन की विन है इससे नेट रन रेट को काफ़ी फ़ायदा होगा. तो लगता है कि अब ट्रैक पर है आपका कैंपेन
इंशाल्लाह. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बस क्रिकेट इज़ अ यू नो अप्स एंड डाउन, बट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसके बाद हमने हेड डाउन नहीं किया. हमने अपनी टीम को उठाया, जगाया. लास्ट मैच आपको बताया कि कैसे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमने फ़ाइट करके मैच को विन किया. तो लड़के अपनी पूरी मेहनत करते हैं और शुक्र अल्लाह पाक का कि अल्लाह ताला उसका रिज़ल्ट भी देता है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
जी हाँ, अभी आगे चल के आपको और देखने का मौका मिलेगा. आज के लिए मुबारक और आगे के लिए ऑल द बेस्ट.
बहुत शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you so much. So yes, that was Almas Ayub, his all-round performance ensuring that 7 districts win the game by a very comprehensive margin. That's all for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more action, and of course it's another night encounter. Action begins at 8 p.m. We are live at about 7:50 p.m. You can catch it all on the official streaming platform Fan Code, and of course the Facebook page of Sharjah Cricket and CricTracker's YouTube channel. Till tomorrow, on behalf of everybody, it's goodbye and good night from Nishant Majid here. Sleep well, do take good care.